Hey guys, Brandon Lewis here with the Tennessee Conservative, and I'd like to talk to you about Joe Biden's $15 minimum wage requirement. Let's say that you have a truck and it's worth $10,000. You get on Kelley Blue Book, you look at the NADA value, you go to Craigslist and Auto Trader, and you see that your truck is going in the mileage for about 10 grand. Some are selling for 9,500, some are selling for 10,500, and you're thinking to yourself, if I clean this thing up, really work on it, and because I've got all of my service records, I bet I can maybe get 11 for it. Well, Joe feels terrible for you. And so he passes a law waving a magic wand that says your truck cannot be sold for less than $15,000. He pats you on the back and he walks away. What happens? You can't sell your truck. No one will pay $15,000 for a $10,000 truck. So it makes your truck unsellable. Or in this case, if you are young and you're just getting into the workforce, if you are in a program where you are mentally disabled or functionally disabled and you are getting hired at a rate that is below $15 an hour so that you can have quality of life and so that your community can give back, now those types of positions are all going to go away because employers simply cannot afford to pay $15 for something that might be worth $10 an hour. Now, let's say that you absolutely have to buy the truck for $15,000. Now we're going to flip the script and look at it from a different position. Let's say that you run a landscaping company and you're now going to have to pay $5,000 more for this truck than what it's really worth. Typically, you had bought your trucks for $10,000. Now Joe Biden is coming along and saying you cannot buy one legally for less than $15,000. So all of the other $15,000 trucks get bought. So now you've got to overpay $15,000 for a $10,000 truck. What do? Well, if you've got 100 yards to cut, you're probably looking around and you're going, I've got $5,000. I've got to pay for this. What am I going to do? You're just going to charge every client $50 more for your service. Now, is your service worth $50 more? No. No, it's not. But because someone has placed an arbitrary value on something that is a component of your business, either labor, materials, or capital, now you've got to pass that expense along to your clients. All this does when you tinker artificially with prices is it just causes a certain category of products and people to no longer be marketable, to no longer be employable. And then it makes economic inefficiencies where people are simply compensating in order to protect their income. And so you end up paying inflated prices for things that aren't really worth what people are telling you they're worth. But because the government has tinkered with everything, they have to pass that expense along to you. The fact that adults would think that pointing at something and declaring it more valuable than what it is reality and will work and will be helpful baffles me. It reminds me of games that children play out in the backyard where they pretend that a rock is a pie, or they pretend that a cup full of dirt and dandelions is some sort of magic potion. That's what Joe Biden's doing, and it's going to unemploy the hardest hit Americans who are just getting into the labor force or who are barely marketable as employees. And when you take away a person's ability to work artificially, it is detrimental to their self-esteem, their self-worth. I hope that even Democrats will wake up and realize that this is a terrible idea for those that The administration seeks to help small business owners, large companies, and consumers. I'm Brandon Lewis with the Tennessee Conservative. Write your legislators and anyone else that this gets in front of, because we need to get ahead of it fast. Take care.